So welcome to another episode of the Trucking News. This is trucking at night at a truck stop. And it has a lot to do with our first story. First story kind of has a somber tone to it. Let's talk about it when I get back in the truck. So I want to talk to you about the young lady, Carmisha, I think I'm saying her name right, Thomas, who was only 25 years old, and she was found dead in a New Orleans truck stop. Now, the truck stop that she was at was paid parking by the day, which most of you guys and gals are very familiar with. However, she parked her truck there on the 8th, and her body was not found until 3 days later. She paid for the first day, but not for the others, which raises some concern, right? About, wait a minute, if they're charging for parking, shouldn't they be checking on the trucks every day to make sure that everyone has their receipt in the window? Where was the company in all this? How come it took them 3 days to try to locate their driver? Was it a suspicious Uber driver or Lyft driver that dropped her off? Nobody knows. The police department still has the death under investigation, but it raises a lot of questions about drivers being able to protect themselves on the road. Whether it be from physical harm or whatever, drivers should be able to take whatever means necessary to protect themselves. I'm sure that most of you agree. Listen, this young lady lost her life, and if something good can come out of it, maybe her death will raise some kind of recognition for the fact that all drivers, especially female drivers, need to be able to protect themselves, and there should be more resources out there teaching them how to do so. If you know the story I'm talking about, I'm sure that you can sympathize with the family and understand what they're going through. So please make sure if you do comment on it, you show respect. But I will leave a link to one of the stories in the description below. And if you would like to comment on being able to protect yourself in the truck or the truck stop as a male or a female driver, please do so below. Let's keep this stuff from happening again. There's no reason that we should all feel so vulnerable out here. Now let's take it to another side of the spectrum. Last night just made me a fucking moderator. I trolled the crap out of RVT. RVT. Got the crap trolled out of him by myself and a lot of you. A lot of you made something possible last night that I didn't even think was going to happen. Long story short, we trolled him. We had a live call-in show, which a lot of you are a part of, and I will do again very soon. But we trolled him, and he was blocking accounts left and right, left and right, left and right. And then myself, I took one of my troll accounts in there. And, well, what can I say? It was pretty dang epic. He gave me a wrench. Look at that. That's Pete's Peterbilt with a wrench. That's me. I am Pete's Peterbilt, as most of you know. It's kind of like a little gimmick or a work or a character that I do from time to time that I haven't done in a while, and a lot of you have asked for, but sooner or later he'll come back. But man, wasn't it special. Wasn't it special? The video is still up on my channel, so go check it out. I'll leave a link to that in the description, or you could just look in the video list and it'll be the one before this one. But RVT, you got owned. As most of you know, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan, and well, Sunday, the boys didn't do so good. Here with another edition of sports is Ike Daggum Stevens. A link to his channel will be in the description below. Take it away, Ike.
Hello, welcome to sports, where sports is unfair and unbalanced. My name is Ike Stevens, and I am sitting in the Buffalo. That's right, the Buffalo. The Cowboys lost. We're 1-2. And I'm mad. Why haven't we let Dak loose? You say, well, what do you mean by let Dak loose? Like, let him play. Why haven't we done it? He is not a conservative passer. Don't let him sit in the pocket. Let him run around and play. Do the read option with Zeke Elliott. I don't know how hard it is to figure this stuff out. I'm sitting here. I'm the armchair quarterback, and I could figure this out. Can't you think a head coach could figure this out? for crying out loud. So I'm not going to talk much about the Cowboys this week. And you know, maybe next week we will. But this week we won't. Sorry, I know you all like the Cowboys. You better, because listen, America's team. Dallas Cowboys is America's team. If you don't like them, then you're anti-American. So let's talk about some other things here that's happening around the NFL. The Rams are kicking butt. So if you're a Rams fan, that's funny, ain't it? I don't think there's any Rams fans out there at all. I just don't see any, like, ever. And that sucks, but I understand the reason why, because, you know, no one can keep them. They're just, like, going over here, going over there. No one wants to, like, have them. But they're doing really good this year. I tell you who sucks this year, the Cowboys and the Houston Texans. Houston Texans suck. They suck big time. The New York Giants, or the New York Football Midgets, they suck. I will tell you this, though. The Jaguars are pretty good this year. Tampa Bay, pretty good this year. And I'm going to tell you something. I want you to mark my words right now. There's two things that could possibly happen with the Cleveland Browns. Either they're going to go to the wild card, or they're going to finish 7-9. Okay, mark my words right now. You go back here and go back to this video, this sports unfair, unbalanced Ike Stevens, and you are going to find that I was right. Either they get into the wild card or they finish 7-9. That's my thoughts. Okay, so this is sports. I will see you next week, or you will see me next week. I will see you whenever. And always remember this. Boomer Sooner saw him off. Back to you, Will.
Thanks for the interesting sports report, Ike. I appreciate it. Now we're going to switch gears again, and we're going to head into entertainment news, something I'm sure that you guys are all excited about. And for the entertainment news, the one and only Trucker Jim.
Thanks a lot, Lil Dawg, for that spot-on introduction. But hello, everyone. I'm Trucker Jim, and this is a brand new segment of the trucking news called Entertainment News in Trucking. But earlier this month, the world lost an icon. Actor Burt Reynolds passed away of an apparent heart attack at 82 years old near his Florida home. Burt is credited with more than 60 different acting roles, from Gunsmoke, Deliverance, Stroker Ace, Cannonball Run, Gator, Hooper, Boogie Nights, but no role more iconic than his role of the Bandit in Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2. And for all you truck driving super fans, if you would like to participate in the Eastbound and Down Burt Reynolds Memorial Convoy, it is going to be being held on September the 30th, leaving the Texarkana Convention Center at noon on Sunday and traveling to Atlanta, similar to the way they did in the film. If you'd like more information on it, Google it. But back to you, Lil Dawg.
Appreciate that, Trucker Jim. A 55-year-old driver was arrested following a crash which engulfed the truck in flames. A 55-year-old driver was arrested. Yes, why was he arrested? Well, because the guy was under the influence. Louisiana, near Baton Rouge, I-10, struck a guardrail. The driver escaped, was treated at the hospital. During the investigation, the cops found out that he was under the impairment, arrested him, and booked him into jail. Here's the thing. I think that, I don't think that truck stops should sell booze. I really don't. And the reason for this is I think it makes it easily accessible, too easily accessible to drivers. Now, I understand some of you guys are going to say in the comments, Will, I should be able to have a beer when I'm on my 10-hour break or when I'm doing a reset. I know the rules. I know that I have to be off for a certain amount of time before I can get back in the truck. But there's not everybody follows the rules. You guys know that. It takes one bad apple to spoil the whole bunch. And you guys, as well as myself, know that there are bad apples out here because you see them getting their tall boys and getting back in the truck. And I don't think that that's good. I've got a family out here on the road, and so do you. I don't think that we should be doing that. Listen, to the truck stop chains, I know you want the income. I know you want the extra money. And that's okay. You're in business to make money. But do we really got to be selling alcohol? Do we really got to make it that accessible? People can't go to their local liquor store or state store in order to get something? They can't, drivers can't take an Uber somewhere? You know, I mean, you make it so they can just take it back to their truck? Come on. In some other news that's not really important, but we're going to make it news anyway, Jed Clampett is now an investor in trucking technology. That's right. Rumor has it from a very close source that the billionaire oil tycoon Jed Clampett is investing in Fucker Biscuit. That's right. He's investing in Fucker Biscuit, and I don't know what's going to happen with all this. I do hear that Jed Clampett is going to be giving away some stuff with Fucker Biscuit, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you heard the rumors? Comment. And that's going to do it for Trucking News today. I know it's a little bit shorter than you're used to, but I really wanted to focus on the first story. I really think that it's important for drivers to start a conversation about protecting themselves on the road, especially females. Any ideas that you guys have that the females could use, leave them in the comments. Hopefully they'll read them, and maybe, just maybe, it'll help somebody stay a little safer out here on the road, because it is a dangerous place. There are some freaking creepazoids out here. We've all seen them, right? I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, ringing the bell, subscribing, commenting, doing all the things that you do. I want to thank Trucker Jim and Ike Stevens for taking part in this. If you or someone you know would make a great part to the Trucking News, comment their name or tag them below wherever you're seeing this at, and tell them to get with me. I'd love to have more guests on the Trucking News.